just wanted to get on and say thank you to everybody. As you guys know, or maybe you don't know, as of today, the 22nd, May 22nd, 2025, the Lead Pedal podcast reached 10 years of being in existence. Oh, yes, it's been a long road. It's hard to believe that it was May 22nd, 2015 that we started the podcast. And I'm trying to wave here without knocking cameras over. So we had a great run here, and I just want to come on live and personally say thank you to everybody. There's been so many people in our lives over the years that have helped make this very successful. I am not going to name everybody because I know I'm going to forget somebody and I won't hear the end of it. I think most people will know who you are, but let's start. I just want to give kind of a quick recap of where we've gone and why we're here. But before I do that, I want to say a big thank you to my wife, Carmen. Without her support and patience and being attentive at shows, this could not go on. She's listened to me talk to myself for years. She's probably wanted to leave the house for years, and you know what? She's been a very great supporter of everything we do. So I want to say a big thank you, honey. Without you, we could not do this. It really is a matter of being a team here for sure. So I just want to, so if you go back, and I'm not going to play these for you here, but if you go back to episode 000, May 22nd, 2015, it was our very first episode. It was an introduction to the podcast, which was pretty amazing. We hit episode 100. Now you got to put this in perspective. Most podcasts don't make it past 50 episodes. 20 is the starting point. You listen to anybody that's talked to that, 20 is the starting point. 50 means you're almost really invested. And if you get over 50, which a lot of people don't do, even when they say they're going to, they don't. It's pretty amazing. And I'm not doing this to toot our own horn. I just want to say thank you to everybody, because without you guys supporting us, if you remember episode 100, it was in November 16th, 2015. We almost quit. Okay, we got to that level. I didn't know if it was working because I listened to the gurus and they said you've got to start a daily show. Careful who you listen. I'm just going to actually. I just realized I have comments off, so I'm going to put them on so in case anybody wants to say anything. But I almost quit. If you can see it, I left the episode up. So episode 100 is November 16th. The next episode 101 is in February 18th, 2016. Apparently I had a break, and I remember back then I said, I don't know if I'm going to, I don't know if anybody's listening to this. All the gurus say you must get 100 million comments a day or it's not working. And then I started getting a few comments, not 100 million. I got like one or two. And I said, hey, this thing is working, and we're gonna try it again. We kind of went back. We scaled back. We went from a daily show at the time back to, I think we went weekly, and then we kind of built it up from there based on what we have. So February 2016 is when we kind of became renewed. We in 2017, August 2017 is when we started partnering with our friends like at Road Today magazine. We started doing the Smart Trucker magazine, Smart Trucker seminar series, all of that kind of stuff. 2017 is also when we brought on our first sponsors. Many of them are still on here today. Driver Check, RS2000, a whole bunch of others. I'm not going to name them all. Some have come and gone, and some are still there. Big thank you to everybody who has supported the show. You guys have been totally amazing. But we started August 2017, so we did it for 2 years before we saw anybody come on. We rebranded in December of 2018. That's when you probably see we went from our old brown logo we had to the new one with its black and orange, and that was a conscious decision there. And then we hit episode 500 right in the middle of the pandemic. July 2020, we hit 500. We were in the heart of the pandemic, tried to celebrate. I remember we did kind of I did a celebration tour, and we were doing mics. The guest had to be at the other end of the parking lot. I was stringing out all of these cords for our mics and stuff like that. August 2020 is when we started Lead Pedal Radio, which you're going to hear about that because we hit 5 years in August for that. We'll be doing that, but we started our Lead Pedal Radio station, which is the music side. If you've never checked it out, go to leadpedalradio.com. We started that August 2020, and that started out of a Facebook Live. When we were in the pandemic, I said, how do I connect with the audience? Because I used to see you guys all around, and so we started our Facebook Lives, and since then, it's grown into the radio station and our trivia games and all of that kind of stuff. So big thank you there. Lead Pedal Media, which is kind of puts them all, the glue that holds Lead Pedal Radio podcast and our event coverage together. We kind of use Lead Pedal Media as our event coverage now. So we do a lot of conferences, cover events, and supply audio and that kind of stuff for the trucking events, and that is Lead Pedal Media now. June 5th, 2023, we hit 1,000 episodes. That was incredible. We did our 1,000 tour. I'm sure a lot of you held our 1,000 sign up and took a picture, and with that, hopefully you did for sure. That was a great one. And then now, just yesterday, the episode that came out was episode number 1415. So that is our little timeline. I just wanted to share that with you, but really what I wanted to say is thank you. I want to say thank you to all of our listeners, our sponsors, friends of the industry. You know, when we started doing this, one of the reasons we started the podcast was to kind of share some information. And I remember at the time I was doing speaking. Big shout out to our friends over at KRTS and Transrep for having us into their home back in the day when they were putting on recruiting events. Ontario Truck Driving School, I started with them as well. And we're doing training, and I thought, how do we use this knowledge? What do I do with this? And I thought speaking and going around, and then I thought of doing video because video training was coming in. It was very hot at the time, and I thought truck drivers shouldn't be watching videos. I didn't know anything about podcasting. I'm going to give a big shout out to Pat Flynn. For those of you that are into podcasts, you may know Pat Flynn. He's Smart Passive Income. His show, I remember the first time I heard that show, I remember staying up all night. I was listening to it in bed. Now, I never listen to podcasts in bed. There's other things to do in bed. But I was listening to his podcast. I think I listened to every episode, and I got really big on podcasts. And then I bought a mic. I didn't know what I was doing. Some of you have been on my show would know, I still don't know what I'm doing when it comes to technology sometimes. But it's been a ton of fun. I've kind of found my groove of where I like to be. And if it wasn't for you folks supporting us, and whether you're sharing this, following us online, you've had us out to your events, you're a sponsor of the show. We are so touched. We are so touched. We call many of you friends. Many of you we actually have personal relationships with you and our friends. Others we don't know as well. We just see you maybe at the shows, or maybe we just, follow you online. It's been great. Just to give you an example, Chuck Snow, I was just recently on his podcast, Rates and Lanes, and Chuck and I met we've both been in the industry forever, both old times truckers, but we met through Instagram of all places. And now we've been on each other's shows. We've got a personal relationship where we go for dinners and stuff like that. And that's the power of podcasting, and that's the power of the trucking industry. And one of the reasons I'm so passionate, I guess, about people coming into the industry and the industry retaining that fun lifestyle that we used to have. I used to have a ton of, and I knew nothing about trucking, friends. I knew nothing about trucking. I did not know anything about trucks. My family came from Guyana. They were accountants. Didn't know anything about trucking. Fell into this industry totally by accident at the age of 17 after dropping out of high school. And here I am, the age of 62, still in it with as much passion and love for the industry as I had way back then. And I would encourage any of you that are looking at an industry that will keep you going for years. The trucking industry is where you really want to explore, at least, and there's a job for everybody, whether driving or not, and that's it. So I just want to come off here. I just wanted to say that I wanted to come on, and because today was the day, I want to personally say thank you to everybody that's helped us be in business, helped us grow, supported the show, been part of it, whether you're a fan club member or listener or supporter, or you just share our content once in a while, or you've been a guest, or sponsor or an event sponsor, whatever it might be. Thank you so much for all you've done, and thanks for getting us to where we are. And we hope to see you. If you're not sure, May 31st, we are at the Woodstock Truck Show, and we are having a special tailgate party on the Saturday. So check that out. Join us. If you're at the show, please come by. You don't have to pay anything more to get into our show. We're part of the event, but we're gonna be there, and we'll be giving away some prizes, and we'll be having some fun. And we've got the Thompsons playing for us. Titan Tarp Systems is also helping us there, and the Woodstock Truck Show are a sponsor of that little mini event we got going. So thank you. See you guys at the shows. Big shout out to all of my friends and sponsors and guests and everybody that's been part of this. Thank you so much, and everybody have a great day, and thanks for getting us to 10 years, which is, to me, just totally awesome. Bye, everybody. Thanks. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Be good out there.